fishing out his front door like he has for the last 40 years, Amarin Niyomwong lives in a community of houses built on stilts lining the edge of Bangkok's busiest canal. While the fishing might be convenient, the steady increase of commuter boats rushing by has become unbearable, he says. But there's some relief on the way, a switch to electric boats.
Electric boats will generate less noise and won't bother people so much.
Bangkok was once described as the Venice of the East, and many of the 10 million people here still use its waterways to get around. And the boats used to carry them are noisy, big polluters, putting toxins in the water and into the air. So the city government has launched a quieter and greener alternative, a 3-month electric boat pilot program right in the center of the capital. 8 boats to start, and so far they're carrying 1,000 passengers a day. So while it takes 4 hours at the pier to fully charge the batteries to run the twin engines for the boat, these solar panels provide the power for the instruments and the lights on the vessel.
The biggest challenge is changing people's minds. We have to encourage them to switch from private vehicles to public transportation. Boats are a good option because of the heavy street traffic, so the introduction of electric boats can help both congestion and reduce pollution.
The boats and most of the components are manufactured here in Thailand. Only the motors and the batteries are imported. There's hope that the indigenous industry will expand, so one day the vessels will be 100% Thai.
I think EV is a kind of the initiate the next step to encourage people, or even the government itself, to look more seriously, think about having the EV or electric vehicles, because it's the next generation for the environmental friendly public transportation.
So while the government hopes that the program is successful and that the fossil fueled powered boats are on the way out, Amarin could be getting some good news. His canal is set to be the next phase for the electric boats, and that will allow him to fish in peace and relative quiet. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.